Hey guys, today I'm going to do a tutorial on Picmonkey. Picmonkey is an online photo editing program that you can use that is totally free unless you want to buy the upgrade for the Royal program, which gives you additional fonts and additional overlays and things like that. That you can use, but I personally use the free version and love it. And your graphics that you make can be used on your fan site and they look fantastic, or on your website, or you can use them for flyers. I'm going to do a sample flyer. I'm going to kind of go along with the football theme since it is football time. And I started with knowing that I wanted to kind of have a football background, so I'm just going to go and Google football background. And we have these images that come up. Let's just say I want to use this one. I like this background, so I'm just going to right click, save the image to my computer, and then hop on over to Picmonkey and click right here where it says edit a photo and open up my photo. Now this photo is going to be your background. So this is going to be the main picture that you're going to put all of the other pictures on top of, or your overlays on top of, in order to get the graphic that you'd like. I also have one that I use a lot of the time that is, see if I can find it in here. Here's one that I used the other day. I use this a lot of times, and I found this off Google. It's just a chevron background, and I used this one the other day. It's just a regular little, it looks kind of like roughed up paper. And once you get those open, you can start with your editing to get your graphic the way that you want it. I'm going to go back to the football one, and I want to start with putting a banner across the top. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here to this little button right here that's got the heart and the star and the little call out. That this is your overlays button. You're going to click here, and you're going to go to the very top, which is your geometric shapes, and do the little rectangle. It's going to put you a rectangle right here. I'm going to put it the size of my picture, and I'm going to move it to the top and just leave it there. And then I'm going to change it to red. And there you have your banner at the top. And on top of the banner, I want to put some text. This little P button, if you hover over it, it'll show you that this is your text button. And here are all of the different free fonts that you're able to use. The only ones that you're not able to use are the ones that have this little crown next to them, and those are the Royal fonts. So you can only use those if you have the Royal upgrade package. So I'm going to choose this font because it kind of looks like a football font. Go up here and click add text, and you'll see your text box pop up right here. I'm going to click in it so I can type, and I'm going to center it, and I'm going to type a little message for the banner. Now I have my text. Now what? I want it to go the full length, so you just go to the side and you pull it. Now there are two ways you can make this larger. You can make this larger or smaller by pulling on the corners. It will adjust it, but you can also click in your little box here and change the size right here as well. You can also fade it in and out, make it darker or lighter right here. But I'm pretty happy with it. Let's make it just a little bit bigger and center it. And there we have our banner. Now I have a locket that I created in Microsoft Word, which there's the other tutorial showing you how to create your virtual locket. And I want to see my locket hanging right about here. So what you do is you go back over to your overlays, because this is going to be an image that is going to lay on top of your background. You're going to click right here on your own, which will pop up your computer, so you're able to go in and find where your overlay is, and mine happens to be right here. This is the locket that I created for my football giveaway, and you're going to double click and it's going to put it as an overlay in your file on your picture. So I'm just going to make this larger, and I don't particularly like the big white background, so I'm going to show you how to kind of get rid of that and have it fade into your picture. First, I'm going to use this blend mode, and there are different things that you can do, and it depends on what background you're using and what picture you're using, so you may want to play around with it and see which one looks the best for what your background is and what you're wanting to do and what you're wanting to accomplish with your picture. And so I have found that with this background, if I go down to the multiply, it gets rid of the white background, it kind of fades it in to where it looks like it's just kind of hanging from that banner at the top, and it looks really good. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make my locket just a tad bigger, and you can also fade your locket in and out, fade any picture that you do in and out just with this right here. But since it's already kind of faded with that blend mode, I'm going to leave it be. And there we have our beautiful locket hanging on our background. Now let's say I want to put my information on here. We're going to go back and look through these overlays. There are some really great overlays in here. You've got your hearts, which are really cute. Not for this particular graphic, but you can put these on here. If there's anything that you put on here that you don't want, you can just come right over here and click delete, and it'll take it right off of there. And you can click it again, and it'll go back and to where you can see all the different things. This, if you see this again, this little crown, these are things that you can't use unless you have the Royal package. There are stars and symbols and arrows. I use the arrows a lot when I do picture tutorials, so I can show specific things to look at in pictures. You just click on your little arrow, it'll pop in here. You can change the color to any color you want. You can rotate the arrow any way you want. And they also have comic bubbles, which if you want to have an avatar or an owl or something telling a little bit of something about your locket, or giving a little saying, you can add that. You can change the color again just by dragging this, and you can fade it in and out to where you can see the background behind it, and you can blend it. It's a lot of fun just to play around with Picmonkey. There's a lot of people that get really obsessed with it and spend lots of time on here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go down past all of these to our labels. I love these labels. I'm going to add this one. Probably going to leave that in black. Make it bigger and put it right over here, because I want to put my information in here. Now, since I've got a black label, make it a little bit bigger, I need to put some text. So you're going to go back over here and click on the text, and let's choose a different font this time. Go down, and all of these fonts are free except for the ones that have the crown next to them. Once again, let's go and do a fancy one. Let's do this one. Like add text. I always like to center mine for some reason. You don't have to, but it's just something that I like to do. I'll put my information. And that's kind of big for the text box, so I'm going to click out of here and make it a little bit smaller. And then since it's a black background, if you put the black text over there, you're not going to be able to see it. So you're just going to double click to highlight it, or just click in the box and highlight it like that. And I'm going to make my text white and move it right over in there. We have that. Now let's remember that if you are doing any kind of marketing materials, Origami Owl says that you have got to put your Origami Owl logo, independent designer logo, on here. So I'm going to go back to the overlays, go to the very top and click on my own overlay. Navigate to your computer where you know that your logos are, and double click on it and it'll put it right in there. I'm just going to drag it right here to the bottom corner, right here in the white, and there you have that. And one more important thing, and then we will be finished. This is just the basics. Say that you have this. You see how your label, or your label, is on top of your banner at the top and on top of your words, and you want it behind it. All you have to do is right click and send to the back, and you can see that it is a program where you can layer your different pieces of your picture to be the way that you want it to be. So it's still behind here. Say we wanted to bring it to the front. You can either bring it forward, which will bring it forward one layer, or you can bring it all the way to the front, which is what I'm going to do. And now you can see that the text is behind your label, which of course we don't want. I just kind of wanted to show you how that works. So I'm going to send that to the back again, and there is your text. And you have a very easy, very beautiful graphic. And then at the end, you just click save. You're going to change the file name. And save to your computer. You can save it as a JPEG or a PNG. And choose where to save it, and there you have your beautiful photo for your fan page, or however you want to use your graphic.